All right, guys, welcome to day number 3. We're gonna be working on strength and mobility. So we're gonna be working through some strength-based exercises through a full range of motion to strengthen and mobilize the joints. We're gonna be doing 3 circuits that we repeat 2 times each. This is full body. It's gonna be about 25 minutes of total run time, no equipment required. So let's dive right in. We're starting off with Shinbox openers or Shinbox transfers. So we're gonna start in our Shinbox position. So we're gonna have the foot right up against the opposite thigh. And from here, we're just gonna transfer the weight side to side like so. So try not to let the feet move. Here we go. So as we transfer over, keep the feet planted in one spot and transfer over to the Shinbox position on the other side, sitting as upright as you can. Try not to use the hands for support. If you must, feel free to put your hands behind you like so to make it a little bit easier, but let's stay chest nice and tall and just work through this range of motion. Try to keep the feet planted and not let them move. This is gonna kick things off with a little bit of a hip warm up. Our first circuit is more warm up-y, so we're gonna be doing some things that are not quite as challenging and they get a little bit harder as we go. Almost done here. All right, so we're gonna move into our kneeling push-up plus. So let's start on the hands and knees. Have your fingers point away from each other, and we're gonna be working on the shoulder blades. So we wanna bring the shoulder blades together, keep the shoulders down away from the ears, and press the shoulder blades apart. And again, keep the shoulders down away from the ears. So we're just gonna go back and forth. So down and together with the shoulder blades, then press up and apart and push the chest as far off the floor as you can, going up and down. Push, push, push. So if you're finding this super easy, you can make it harder by walking your hands out in front, kind of like a push-up from the knees. And the full version of these we do fully from the toes. But we're gonna stick with from the knees for today to get used to this feeling of the shoulders moving together and apart. You'll see these a lot in the program. They're really good for shoulder health, really good at strengthening your push-up and hand balancing positions. Really round out. Excellent. Okay, so we're moving into an alternating leg groiner. So let's start in a push-up position, and then we're gonna alternate, bring one foot up and beside the hands, and then bring yourself down into a push-up, keeping this back leg off the floor and nice and straight. And we're just gonna alternate and down like so. Okay, this is really good. Let's begin. Here we go. So one leg in front and come down into a push-up. It's really good for opening up the adductors. Make sure that back leg stays nice and straight. Try not to drop it to the floor. So we're really stretching the groin. Keep that back leg tight and feel the groin stretch. If you can't reach your foot, that's okay. Just go as far. Like if you're here, that's fine. Just work at the range of motion you've got, but really challenge yourself to go as far as possible. The key to good mobility is really forcing yourself through the biggest range of motion that you've got. All right, and it will grow with time. Okay, finally, we finish off this first circuit with spinal waves. So we're gonna start in a push-up position, and we're thinking about throwing a wave through the spine. So let's start by tucking the chin, rounding the upper back, and coming up. And then we're gonna round the lower back and come all the way up to an upward facing dog. And we're just going back and forth from there. So from the upward dog, tuck the chin all the way up like a wave through the spine. And then start. And we're just trying to move the spine forward and backward, kind of like that cat-cow that we did in the first couple days. But now from a push-up position. That way we're adding in the strengthening of the shoulders to the mix. All right, back to the beginning. We got those Shinbox transfers to start. So set up in the Shinbox position. One foot is on the opposite thigh, and we're transferring across without the use of the hands. Let's go ahead and get ready. Here we go. Keep as upright as you can. Try not to let the feet move. We're just going side to side, nice and tall. Almost there. All right, we got those kneeling push-up plus. So fingers point away from each other. Again, really think about bringing the shoulder blades together, but the real work is in pushing the shoulder blades apart and try to get as tall off the floor as you can. So push hard as you can, you'll feel the muscles in the armpits working. All right, let's get ready. Down and together, and press up and apart. Down and together, and up and apart. Together. Good. Really feel the armpit muscles working. All right, quick break here. We've got those alternating groiners. So really try to keep the back leg as straight as you can. So you're not bending the knee and dropping it. Keep it high and push up. You'll really stretch the groin on either side as you do it. All right, let's get ready. Here we go. And then down into that push-up. Alrighty, we're finishing off with those spinal waves. So starting from a push-up position, we're gonna think about sending a wave through the spine and back and forth. Okay, a little free form here. Don't be afraid. If it doesn't look exactly the same, you do build it with time. And here we go. So up into that down dog, and then around the spine as you come all the way into that upward dog. Keep the legs off the floor. All right, that's round one done. Move a quick break, take a moment, grab some water, hit the like button. And we're gonna get ready for our round two. Round two, we got bootstrapper squats, prone angels, seated compressions, which is like a hamstring stretch, but with work, and then crab bridges. So we're gonna go 2 times through that, starting off with bootstrapper squats. So the bootstrapper squats, we're gonna be standing and we're coming down into a squat position and take a hold of the feet. Once we're here, press the legs straight so the knees go back into a hamstring stretch, then drop back down into the squat and stand up. Okay, so those are your bootstrapper squats. I'll do them at a turned angle so you can see it. Let's get ready, 10 seconds. So again, squat, hamstring stretch, squat, and continue. Here we go. So down we go into the squat, take hold of the feet. We're gonna come up into that hamstring stretch, back down into the squat, keep the chest upright, and up we go. Squat, hands to the feet, hamstring stretch, and back down we go. Awesome, work on full range of motion the whole time. Last one here. All right, let's come down to the floor. We're gonna move into some prone angels. So I'm gonna lie down on the stomach. So for these, really make sure that your feet remain on the floor. We're gonna bring the arms up to a W position and just lift the arms a little bit off the floor, head's hovering, and we're gonna make snow angels. So down and then forward. Reach as high as you can with the arms, but try not to lift the head. We're coming up and down, like so, almost like you're doing a shoulder press. Imagine having an imaginary barbell that you're pressing over your head. Really extend overhead, keep the arms high. Keep the feet on the floor. Upper back and shoulders should be doing most of the work here. All right, that is time. We got seated compression. So this is a hamstring stretch and ab workout. We're gonna sit nice and tall, pointing the toes, and then we're gonna reach and try to push the arms as far past the feet as you can, and really give your best effort for about 3 seconds. So we're gonna go forward, reach, 1, 2, 3, and then rest. And then reach again, 1, 2, 3, and let's continue that. Really pull yourself forward with the legs, press the knees into the floor. Feel the abs working, feel the thighs working, feel the hamstring stretching. Whew, almost there. Last one. All right, nicely done. Okay, grab bridges so we can stay in the same spot. So have the fingers face forward on the floor, and then from here we're gonna do a bridge. So lift the hips, press the shoulders together, and open up through the chest to lift as high as you can. Okay, the goal is eventually to have your hips higher than your knees. We're just gonna do some reps. So up and hold for 1, 2, and back down. Really try to get up as high as you can. Hold for 1, 2, down. You're gonna feel a big stretch in the front of the shoulders and the biceps. Squeeze the shoulders together. You might feel the hamstrings working. All of that stuff is good. Really good for strengthening your shoulders and stretching them. We're almost there. All right, round 2. So we're kicking off again. We've got those bootstrapper squats, so come on up to standing. Squat down, grab the toes. Up into a hamstring stretch, try and get the knees straight, and then back down we go. Let's get ready. Okay, here we go. So squat, grab the feet, hamstring stretch, back to the squat, and up. Let's continue. You got this, guys. Best effort, max range of motion. It's the most important part. All right, we got prone angels next. So bring yourself down to the floor. We're gonna lie down on the stomach. So from here, we're lifting the arms, and like you're doing it but try not to overly lift the chest. Find a place, keep your head the same distance off the floor. Here we go. Reach up with the arms, but not the head. Keep the head steady and lift the arms. Almost there, guys. 5 seconds left. Let's get it. All right, nicely done. Seated compressions are next. This is good for strengthening your hip flexors. Oftentimes, people's tight hip flexors is really just weak hip flexors. So we like to both stretch and strengthen them. So here we go. Lean and reach. 1, 2, 3, and rest. And here we go. 2, 3. Good. Let's keep it going. These are tough. Halfway. All right. Finally, we've got those crab bridges. Lift the hips as high as you can, ideally getting the hips above the knees. And we're gonna press the shoulders together, open up through the chest. On each rep, get as much range of motion as you possibly can for these. Really good for internal rotation of the shoulder. Let's go ahead, so up we go. All right, so if you have troubles when you bench press, if you notice at the very bottom of the press, if you can't keep your head down on the bench, usually that means your internal rotation of your shoulders is really tight. So this can really help open that up so you can get full range of motion benching and push-ups without the head jutting forward. You're almost there. All right, excellent stuff. So round 2 is done. We got one more. This is the hard one. We're gonna be doing Cossack squats, which is a side-to-side squat, and then a world's greatest stretch. So we're gonna stand with the feet wide. So from here, stand with the feet nice and wide. So a good starting point is to bring your feet as wide as your wrists. And then we're doing all the reps to one direction. So we're gonna start with the left, and we're gonna be doing reps down toward the left. So the right leg is gonna stay straight. Try to keep both feet facing forward and go as low as you can before you start to rotate and collapse. So keep everything squared forward as low as you can get, and then up we go. Try to keep the feet facing relatively forward, the hips and shoulders facing relatively forward, and torso nice and upright. So let's get ready. Down to the left, so the left leg is bending, right leg is straight. Here we go. You can put the arms out in front as a counterbalance, and up we go. Think about pulling yourself down into it with this leg and feel the big stretch on this leg. Notice my feet turn out a little bit. That's totally fine, but try to minimize it. Try not to be like directly out to the side here. Down, so keep the chest upright and facing forward. So it's better to be up here and squared than down here and collapsed. Okay, so keep on moving. Almost there. One more rep should do it. All right, so we're gonna stay here and pivot the body to the left. So we're in a lunge position to the left. So take the right hand on the floor beside the left hand. Keep this back leg straight and as high off the floor as you can. We're gonna reach the left arm up to the sky and rotate, and then bring the arm under and try and touch the shoulder to the floor. So let's go ahead. Arm up to the sky and rotate, and bring the left arm under and try to touch the back of the shoulder to the floor, keeping the back leg straight. You feel a big stretch in this left groin, and it's gonna feel tired after doing those Cossack squats. And that's totally fine. It's by design here. You're gonna find these really tough when you first start doing them, but they eventually feel like a nice stretch. It's a good warm up if you do any Olympic weightlifting or squatting. It's great for warming up the hips. Last one here. All right, so we're gonna do the same sequence on the other side. So we got Cossack squats going down to the right, and we're gonna turn and do that world greatest on the right hand side. So let's begin again. Good starting point is feet as wide as the hands. This time left leg stays straight, right leg's gonna bend. Here we go. All right, let's get it. Down as far as you can go, and up. Keep the chest high, and forward. Almost there. All right, so we're gonna turn the body now to the right. So pivot, right leg is in front. Let's bring the left hand on the floor. So we're in this nice runner's lunge position. We're gonna keep the left hand on the ground, left leg straight and off the floor. And now the right arm goes to the sky and then under. Let's get ready. Okay. Right arm up to the sky and then right arm under. Try to touch the shoulder to the floor. And open, down. Back leg as straight as you can. All right, we get to it all over again on the other side. So back to the left. We got one more round on each side. So we got Cossack squats, world's greatest, Cossack squats, world's greatest, and we're done. All right, let's get ready. So down to the left, keep the right leg straight. Here we go. Great thing about Cossack squats is you can continue to use them infinitely by loading them, holding weights. So even if you feel like these eventually become easy, just grab yourself a weight, load them up, make it even harder. 10 more seconds. Almost there. All right, so let's pivot to the left. So left leg in front, right leg behind. We're doing the world's greatest. Try to keep this back leg nice and straight. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. So rotate up to the sky, and then bring that arm under and touch the shoulder to the floor. Let's keep it moving. All right, guys, almost done here. We got the other side, and then we're done. All right. So you guys probably didn't even notice, but we had a power outage mid-shooting, so I had to cut in here. But we got down to the right-hand side for those Cossack squats. So we're gonna be going all to the right, then world's greatest, and then we're done. So let's go ahead and get ready. 2, 1, and here we go. All the way down to the right-hand side. Keep the legs nice and straight. Let's get it. Keep your chest and hips facing forward. Keep that left leg as straight as you can. Going down into those Cossack squats. Almost there. 20 seconds left. And then we got world's greatest. And then out of here. All right, so let's pivot to the right. Right leg in front. We got that world's greatest with the right leg forward, left leg straight. Keep that left leg off the ground as high as you can. And this is our last one. And then day 3 is in the books. So let's get ready. 2, 1, and let's go. Reach up to the sky and then arm under. Here we go. Reach up and under. That's it, guys. 10 more seconds here. Keep that back leg nice and straight. We're almost there. All right, fantastic work today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Let's get it.